Hi everybody, I'm Asher, and today I'll be teaching you about the main delivery methods when you're giving a speech and positive and negative examples for each one. First off, we have volume. Volume can have positive and negative effects on your speech. Positively, speaking with good volume can help the crowd hear you, and volume can control how enthusiastic you are and your mood. Negatively, if you're speaking way too quiet, people may not be able to hear you, or they may just think you're unenthusiastic about what you're saying. Secondly is eye contact. Eye contact is very important because looking around with the crowd makes them feel engaged, and that's a good speech. Secondly, a negative eye contact is just staring at the floor, and that doesn't really make the crowd feel involved whatsoever. Thirdly is your rate. The rate is how fast you're talking. Speaking at a steady rate that allows everyone to understand what you're saying is the best way. If you're speaking too fast, people might not catch what you're saying. If you're speaking too slow, the crowd might get easily bored. Number 4 is your pitch. That's how high or low you speak. If you're speaking at a pitch that's very easy to follow and just right down the middle, but you can also change your pitch based on what you're saying, like the mood of the certain thing you're talking about. But it can also be negative if you're talking in monotone, like very blankly and boringly, or if you use the wrong pitch at the wrong times to confuse people. Next, we have facial expressions. Facial expressions are very important when giving a speech. Facial expressions need to match what you're saying. For example, if you're talking about something that's exciting or makes you happy, you need to be smiling. Or if you're giving a speech about something very depressing and gloomy, you shouldn't probably be smiling, because then the crowd will think you're a maniac. So yeah, facial expressions is very important when you're giving a speech. Next we have articulation and enunciation. Enunciation is how well you say your words so that people understand them. If you're going way too fast, like what we said earlier with rate, then people will not be able to understand what you're saying, and that's a negative. So you got to make sure you got to do positive and use your words well by emphasizing them. Next we have vocal fillers. Using pauses in the correct moments can really boost your speech. Putting pauses in between certain sentences can really enhance what you're saying and give time for the crowd to really think about what you're saying. On a negative example, if you, instead of just waiting and saying nothing in those pauses, you could say stuff like or that's not good, and the crowd will just think you're stupid. So you gotta have some good fillers and not say or. Lastly, we have posture. If I was doing this video like this, you wouldn't take me seriously. So you gotta stand up straight and make the crowd feel like you're somebody that they should respect and listen to. So that consists of standing tall and eyes up front, but slouching and eyes down to the floor, like we said earlier with eye contact, that's no good. That's my video about tips for giving a speech and positive things and negative things. So guys, that's my vid, and good luck with your speeches.